And you're having Gary Vee as a speaker, like at this time in Dubai. It's big. And how did you get all these like top-notch speakers like Jordan Belfort, right? So you
Jordan Belfort, John Neil. There's the lineup is really impressive this year.
If you want $2 billion in jackpot, what you will do with that money?
Foundation.
So you will do charity, foundation?
Absolutely.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I do, which is a bad habit, I need to cut it off.
How was the workshop, guys? There's no shortcut for making money online. It's only work. You need to work. Hello, hey guys, I'm Jitendra Vaswani and welcome to my show. And today I'm with Eman Pulis. Like he's a only founder of Sigma conferences, like one of the biggest conferences like in our iGaming industry. And thank you so much, like Eman. I really appreciate your time here to be on this show. Like you're a busy person to get your interview. Like it was a very hard job for me, but you were so kind with me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
Appreciate.
So can you share your journey? How did you get started with this Sigma conference? Like it's so big, it's so massive. Yeah.
I'm an events guy.
Yep.
Or until recently, I've always been an events guy. Love events, it's in my DNA.
Yep.
Used to organize parties, concerts.
Yep.
But I didn't enjoy that anymore. So I flipped from parties to conferences.
Okay.
And the first conference I had was in 2014, and I never looked back since. Sigma kept growing from strength to strength. I remember the first conference had 1,000 people. Last November, the last conference I had in Malta had 25,000 people.
Yes, I was there. I was a speaker, one of the speakers. It was pretty big conference. I've never been a part of that kind of conferences in my life, to be very honest. Like 25,000 people. I was shocked to see that. How did you get so many people to your conference? Like what's special about it?
Look, there's only one not so secret sauce, right? If you manage to connect people together and they do business, they're gonna come back. And
yes.
So we make sure that we curate our events in a way that people are going to meet and end up doing business together. And the formula has worked. It's a proven success and we've never looked back. From a show in Malta, we've been able to expand into 6 regions worldwide. So
6 regions, wow.
We have Sigma Europe in Malta, Sigma Balkans and CIS in Limassol, Cyprus.
Yep.
We have Sigma Africa in Kenya, Sigma Americas in Brazil, Sao Paulo, Sigma Eurasia in Dubai, and Sigma Asia in Manila.
Yeah, because it's so massive, like you have conferences across the world, right?
Keep in mind, gaming is truly global as
right?
a vertical, right? It's so easy to penetrate into new markets because it's not a brick and mortar business.
Right. Sure.
So the demand from many of our clients is, hey, we want to become global, we want to expand into emerging markets. Yep. And that's what we're here to cater for.
So it's pretty big. That's why I'm saying like you're bringing a lot of people, and you're having Gary Vee as a speaker, like at this time in Dubai. It's big. And how did you get all these like top-notch speakers like Jordan Belfort, right? So you
Jordan Belfort, John Neil. There's the lineup is really impressive this year.
Yes, I've seen like the impressive, and I'm also one of the speakers. Thank you so much like for giving me this opportunity because I really appreciate, because Eman, the one thing I like in you, you're very kind, you're full of gratitude. Like a lot of the founders and the CEOs, they have that kind of big ego in themselves.
Really?
Like if they're making 8 figures, 9 figures, 10 figures, you're making a lot of great money, but you're creating at least good impact on people's lives. That's what matters a lot. Right?
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
I'm a startup romantic. And sometimes
startup romantic.
Sometimes I think I still do this. Let's call it a mistake.
Yeah.
That I probably sometimes can afford to take a bit of a feedback.
Yeah.
But I still love the grind. So you see me in the expo hall, seeing that all the booths are being set up properly. You'll see me chatting with all the speakers. You see me chatting with delegates. Right?
Yes.
If someone asks me, hey, Eman, I can't register. I'll be actually there helping them with
the kind of like
I love to get involved.
Eagerness and the zeal you have. Like it's very rare to find among the founders I've met across the world. It's very rare. Like you're because whenever I text you up on Skype, you always reply so as soon as possible. That's the number one thing I like in you. So where are you from originally?
Originally from Malta.
From Malta.
Lived there almost all my life, but I had a big appetite to expand my business, so I spent some time in the Philippines.
So you're trying to expand there, okay?
Before COVID, yeah. Now we have a big conference there in Manila.
Okay.
So I lived for a while in Philippines. Then COVID forced me to shut the office there and come back to Malta. Now I live in Cyprus.
Okay, Eman, one personal question: why you don't have like co-founders for your company? Why? Like, what's the reason?
There's no particular reason. I've worked with many different people, but I launched Sigma on my own. I love doing events, and I felt that I knew what needed to be done. I do have partners in my VC fund.
In VC fund, okay.
So after Sigma, I've been able to meet so many great startups and so many hyper successful individuals with a lot of money that I decided to launch DI Ventures to bring the two closer together. And there I have partners with me.
So there you have partners. Okay, what's the one thing you regret like the most in your life?
Not seeking help or not knowing where to go for help before. So I've been an entrepreneur all my life, right?
Okay.
I never had a job which pays you a salary. Never.
So you were like an entrepreneur.
I would rather live broke and starving at the end of each month because I don't have enough money to pay for meals.
Okay.
Than be chained to a paycheck, right? Because I was scared once I get a paycheck, it would be hard for me to pursue my dream, entrepreneurial dream. I never had a job in my life.
So you work your ass off to build this company.
Yeah, but that meant also that I didn't have the understanding of what it takes to build a company, right? So
yeah.
I didn't work in a company. I didn't understand what an HR department does, what a marketing department does. I had to learn it all on my own by trial and error because I never seeked help.
So do you regret of working very hard in your life? Because I've met some millionaires, sometimes they regret because they couldn't spend time with their family.
Yeah, that's a great question. I take my family everywhere with me.
Wow.
So in this conference...
So you're married, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, married, 2 kids. So I try and take them at least to 70% of my flights. Wow. They're there with me. Because the kids are still young, they can travel.
Of course.
They're not tied to school curriculum. So I managed to juggle my personal life with my work life fairly well, I think.
So you're taking care of your family very well, trying to like spend time, because I think like spending time with your family is very important.
Oh,
like how much money you have, it doesn't matter.
No.
If you want $2 billion in jackpot, what you will do with that money?
Foundation.
So you will do charity, foundation?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's
absolutely. I have enough money to understand that my food is sorted for the rest of my life. So what truly keeps me happy is finding my ikigai. I don't know if you know this word. It's my VC fund is named after this word. It's the most beautiful word, I think, in the world. It's a Japanese word. And basically it's a Japanese philosophy that tells you if you find your ikigai, then you're truly going to be happy pursuing your dreams. And the ikigai revolves around 4 main elements. So if what you do is great for society, if what you do compensates you well, if you love what you do, and if you're good at it.
Wow.
So I'll repeat them. If you're good at what you do, if you love doing it, if it pays you well, and if it's great for society, then you found your ikigai, you're going to be happy pursuing what you do. If one of them is missing, you're likely going to lose the motivation to continue.
So what's the best financial advice from your side?
And be resourceful as much as possible. So I see startups today celebrating that they've raised 10 million euros. You're celebrating you raised money. You know what pressure you have to make sure that you return a solid return to those investors that trusted you with that money. That's not your money.
Yes, of course.
So I see a lot of startups celebrating that they raised money when they should be celebrating when they return money to their investors.
Of course. So who is your hero and why? Like in your life, do you have any heroes?
That's in my family.
So your family is your hero, so you get inspiration from them.
Yeah, a lot.
So what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I do, which is a bad habit, I need to cut it off, is spend time looking at emails and answering my phone.
So how to cut this? Like, this is a most important device. Like, we are making money with it, and from this we are trying to create impact on people's lives. That, like, this is very hard for me to. Like,
I know. Yeah, I wake up and I start working.
Okay.
I need to change. I would love to wake up and start working out.
Okay.
If I can change, I haven't managed to successfully change that, but one day.
Okay, that's pretty good. And what's your favorite food?
I love lasagna, but I love every food, right? I love everything, but my favorite dish is lasagna.
Have you tried Indian food, Arabic food, Thai food?
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
I love Indian cuisine as well.
Okay, and your favorite city for like business?
Dubai.
And favorite
Hands down, Dubai.
city for vacation?
I love Phuket and I love Bali. For
Bali.
Bali and Phuket are.
Bali and
I even got married in Phuket. That's how
you
much
got married in
on a beach in Phuket.
Wow. Okay.
What
was the best year of your life? But anything like you want to mention, like 2022, like 2021, you had this best year, like something.
They've all been great. 2019 was great. We were just on this high going up. 2020 was also great despite COVID. And so my business was shattered, right? The business that got impacted the most is the international conference business.
Okay, what do you think good company culture is?
Like flat hierarchy. Yeah, so I expect my team to give me their 100%.
Okay.
And I'm very demanding.
Very demanding.
They like it. They feel challenged all the time. They feel like they learn a lot.
Okay.
So I expect 100% from them, but I also am involved 100% with them outside their office. So if they have issues they need to deal with in their personal space, they also come to me for help, whether it's financial help, whether it's advice. So I feel there's this bond between me and my team that is very strong.
It's very strong. And how do you hire people?
There's a question I like to ask is, what makes you angry? Right? I ask when they tell me, oh, I'm angry at these wars. I'm angry at the system. I'm angry because I wanna save all the cats. Or I wanna say, when they tell me they're angry and they have a cause, a mission, then I know they have to fire to join this team and join this fight.
Because you need to have a fire and zeal inside you to
some people just don't have it, and that's fine. But I like to work with people who have this passion.
So who do you follow in your business? Like if you want to take some kind of business advice, so who do you follow and where do you take advices?
Gary Vee.
He's coming.
I'm a big fan of his. He's one of my idols, and it gives me pleasure that I was able to actually invite my idol to come and speak at my conference.
Wow, he's my idol too.
So it's quite phenomenal, right? Where you can reach out to your idol and he comes to your show to spend some time with you.
Right. So what's the best piece of advice you have ever received in your life?
Rather than someone telling me, I've learned it through mistakes, right?
Mistake, of course.
Very often people fear the unknown, right? Okay, like this is what I know, and this is where other people are. Oh my God, because I don't know the journey, how to get here.
Yes.
I believe I cannot do it. And I've learned that you can do really anything that your mind sets to.
Yes.
Just because you don't understand how to get there doesn't really matter that much. Make a first step and start learning along the way. There's going to be enough light for you to understand the journey eventually. So you don't need to understand how to get there, but take a first step. So the biggest lesson in life I've learned is to just take the first step.
And what's the worst piece of advice you have ever received in your life?
Delayed perfection.
Okay.
Wait until it's perfect and then relaunch. That's the worst piece of advice.
Nothing is perfect. Like you will launch your product, first product. And
make it again, as I told you. Make a first step. Continued improvement beats delayed perfection any time of day.
Yeah, just take small steps. Like don't be afraid to take risks, because a lot of the time people are very afraid to take risks in their life.
Yeah.
And that's what stops them from achieving the success in their life. I totally believe in this thing. Okay, so one last question. I'm not going to take much of your time because I know you're very busy. How my audience can join future Sigma events? Do you want to share some future events which you are doing?
Sure.
So please.
We have 6 shows around the world.
Sure.
January in Kenya, Nairobi. March, we're here in Dubai.
Yeah.
June, we're in Sao Paulo in Brazil. July, we're in Manila in the Philippines. September, we're in Limassol in Cyprus. And lastly, we're in Malta in November. If you want to come to any of my shows, feel free to reach out to me on social media or go on sigma.world or aibc.world. And I look forward to welcoming you with arms wide open.
Yeah, because thank you so much, like Eman, for giving me your time. I really appreciate your time because you're a very busy person. Because I have to say it 100 times because it's very hard for you to manage your time because you have a busy schedule here and you're doing such a big show right now. I think in Dubai, almost like 10,000 people.
Over 12,000.
Over 12,000, yeah. Sorry. So, because I was seeing your story and like you were posting, I said, oh wow, this is going to be bigger. Something like Malta. I'm expecting. The Malta was like 25,000 plus people. And here's like...
We're expecting over 12,000 to register by the day of the show.
Wow, it's a very big show. It's very, very big. Thank you so much, Eman. I really appreciate your time here. And guys, please check out Sigma. They're doing amazing, great events. I have been a speaker at his event. It's pretty good show. Like the quality of the audience and the advertisers here, like the companies here are very serious for the business. Because if someone is paying to be a part of this show, that person is really, really serious to do. It's like they're very happy to do big business with you. Like Eman. Thank you so much, Eman, for sharing your journey. I really appreciate your time. Thank you. Bye. Take care.